My GF made me think, I got her pregnant, found out after birth, the baby isn't mine. Hi, welcome to my channel. Today, we've got a story from r/survivinginfidelity, where the op's girlfriend made him think that he got her pregnant. The op finds out after birth that the baby is not his. Before we start, if you have any personal stories of how you got out of a toxic relationship with your cheating wife or girlfriend, that you want to share, feel free to email them to me. Let's get started. Story number 1. I've been on Reddit a while and began lurking this sub when I first suspected my girlfriend was cheating. I had hoped I wouldn't be here posting, but here we are. I, 28M, have been with my girlfriend, 25F, for just about 2 years. The relationship was good and then she tells me she's pregnant. For the most part, I'm careful and she said she was on birth control. I was skeptical but went to an appointment. I then figured it was just one of those things. I always wanted a family, so even though this was not how I wanted to begin, I was overjoyed. We're past the first trimester and I have her move in at her insistence. Insert red flag that I missed. We were planning what we will do work-wise and how to set up the baby's room. She is pretty insistent she will go back to work but be able to stay home. She swears she can make it work. I go to every appointment with her. Things are still good. We're in the 3rd trimester and I make my schedule work to still go to every appointment. Up until this point, I had been at each appointment in its entirety. This one appointment, she's asking me to wait so she can talk to the doctor first. I'm super concerned that something is wrong with the baby and she didn't want me to hear. I go in and the checkup is done. Everything looks good. My girlfriend brushes off my concern over why I couldn't be there for all of it. Another red flag: we're about a month and a half from the due date and I notice her being kind of secretive with phone calls and texts. She tells me it's work and it's confidential, etc. My antenna is now up, so I try to get looks at her phone. She's got Snapchat and Kik. I find it strange but don't confront her. The baby is born and I'm overwhelmed with emotion. The child is perfect and things went fine. Then comes the part where they want me to go on the birth certificate. My girlfriend becomes insistent about it. She's constantly asking me to do it and seems way more anxious I've ever seen her. Here's the red flag that I didn't miss. I don't do it. We have an argument but she stops pushing. I think it's because she knows how suspicious it looks already. We're home and she has to go tend to the baby after it woke up. I notice she set her phone down to go to the baby. I couldn't help it and look, it was still unlocked. I start looking for texts or calls. I then find a whole conversation on Kik with a guy. All the updates of her appointments. Pictures of her and the baby. Then I see it. The place she says she thinks it's his child. I confront her and she apologizes. She admits the baby could be mine or someone else but she thinks it's mine. I demanded a paternity test and left. It's been about a week since the confrontation. The results came in yesterday and the baby isn't mine. She's gone to live with her mother. Here's the best part. It took me a lot of digging, seeing as all I had were usernames she talked to him to. The father is her boss. The secrecy was for him. The boss with a wife and 4 kids in middle and high school. I found the wife on Facebook and sent her all I had, including texts from my girlfriend saying it's his. I'm heartbroken in so many ways. I'm lucky in a lot of ways here, but I'm so hurt. This has completely changed my whole outlook. I'm bitter, angry, and untrusting. I have no idea how to recover from this. Update. I've still not spoken to her. I can't bring myself to. I'm conflicted because I still bonded with that baby. Yet I am not the father. That is painful. She still tries to contact me. I don't know if it's love. I won't talk to her. On to the guy who is the father. I told his wife. She didn't respond immediately. I found out through my ex that he lost his job. There's some justice in the world. He won't have anything to do with my ex. He blames her for the mess he's currently in. His wife contacted me over a week later. She apologized for what I went through. She was still in shock, I guess. She kicked him out. I have no idea where he went. Their kids know. Everyone knows. My ex still works there but is in the process to find a new job, seeing as literally everyone knows what happened now. I'm still in shock and still heartbroken. This holiday will be tough and sad for me. I know there's hope. I know it will get better. This shook me to my core and I don't know how long it'll take. I'm ready to swear off any relationship ever again. Now let's look at some comments. High Value Man wrote. Damn. I'm sorry. Dodged a huge bullet. That poor wife of the AP. Glad you told her. At least you are not tied to her like the AP's wife is tied to him. No contact with your ex. She is the trash of the highest order. Op replied to 11 High Value Man and wrote. I did dodge a bullet, but it hurts like hell. I'm thankful I could go no contact and not worry about a divorce or anything. I'm glad I waited on proposing even though she was dropping hints all over. Moody009 wrote. That boss of hers shouldn't be a boss. I'd let the company know about his actions as well. That's not a real man, one who would stand by while he sees another man unknowingly clean up his mess. And your ex, shame on her for attempting to saddle you with someone else's child behind your back while sending the biological father updates. You dodged a huge bullet and I'm so glad you sent it on its way to its rightful target. I know you're hurting and in pain, but it. Glenn_SK wrote. That's one hell of a Christmas present to your GF's boss. You did well, discovering her deception and standing up for yourself. Man, your GF insistent you sign the birth certificate, that is cold. Op replied to you /Glenn_SK and wrote. Yeah, I still don't know why she felt that she needed to protect that dude and push the responsibility to me. She's a much more diabolical person than I thought she was. Before we take a look at another story where the op believes that his cheating wife's affair hurt more than cancer, take a moment to like the video to show your support to the channel. Don't forget to leave your own opinion on the stories in the comments down below. This story was posted into our /survivinginfidelity by you /friendship, due 26/21. Story number 2. Long story short, I was diagnosed with stage 2 lung cancer about a month ago. Was completely depressed. Didn't know how to tell my family, my wife, my children, or my friends. A few people know my brother and my best friend. Still haven't found the strength to tell anyone else. I have 2 sons and a daughter. The oldest is 11. I can't imagine life without them and don't know what telling them something like this will do to them. Or even how to tell them. About 2 weeks ago, someone contacted me letting me know that my wife has been sleeping with her husband for the better part of almost 4 months. My wife and this dude are coworkers. She provided pics and screenshots of DMs between them. I was crashed. Still am. Worst of all, my wife was on a work trip at the time I found out, so she was probably with this coworker the entire trip. I haven't confronted her yet. I don't have the strength to do so. Not yet at least. The woman who informed me also hasn't confronted her husband yet. She's drawing up papers for divorce and getting her finances in order. Guess she is far stronger than I am. I have completely no idea what to do. My family is almost completely reliant on me, not just financially. I don't know how much longer I have to live, and getting a divorce now will mean I'd only see my kids half the time, and it's killing me inside. My wife makes far less than I do, so I'd have to give up a lot in the divorce. We live in a no-fault state. So at 36, I'm on my way to the grave knowing the person I thought was the love of my life never really loved me. The only thing I have now is my kids, and I guess I'll just have to suck it up and give them a normal semblance of a happy family with whatever time I have left. So sorry for the sob story, just needed to get it all out. To everyone going through the heartbreak of being cheated on, just make the most of what you have. You never know what life will throw at you. Simply live life for those who matter most to you. Less than 3. Now let's look at some comments. Failure to Communicate wrote. Go to a lawyer. Set up a trust where your children get everything when you die. Talk to him about everything. See what you can do to make the kids get everything. Take her name off your life insurance and put the kids' trust as beneficiaries. Take her name off the house. Don't confront her about the fling. You have bigger things to worry about. The Medium Junk wrote. What I would say is, wife, I have some news. I have cancer. The good news is that I can likely beat it. The bad news is that I learned there were 2 types, the kind in my body, and the kind I am married to. I've been informed of your affair, and like my actual cancer, I will be cutting you out of my life. Here are divorce papers, get out of my house. Yellowfarm_7 wrote. Do not forget to write a will where your brother is the administrator of your estate while your children are underage. Do not forget to remove your wife from any life insurance you have. What do you think about all of this? Did the op from the first story do the right thing by ghosting his girlfriend and telling AP's wife? Also, do you think the op from the second story will ever heal from his wife's betrayal? Let us know in the comments down below. If you liked the video, subscribe to the channel to see more videos like this. Hit the notification bell to make sure you never miss an upload.